I'll just start it on this note that when I entered your house today, all I could see was superheroes, something related to some movie, right?
Yeah.
And of course, we are talking about superhero movies, be it, if we have Thor here sitting with us, we have Iron Man sitting with us. And on the other side, we also have Jurassic Park, the dinosaur sitting with us, right? Tell us the story of your fandom for superheroes.
I've had an obsession, a crazy obsession with superheroes as far as I can remember. From the time I was a little kid, only then they would be like those little tiny G.I. Joes, plasticky figures and stuff. It truly started one day. I was in Toronto and I was walking down the street and I saw in one of the, it was a little store, in the show window, I saw this bobblehead, bobblehead, only the head shakes and all. I'm like, what is this? It's cute. I don't recognize this character. So I went into the store and I'm like, hey, is this just a display piece or is it for sale? They're like, it's for sale. So I bought it. And that's how the entire thing started. It was a statue of this horror character called Pinhead. He just he has lots of pins on his face. And once that happened, I looked at the name of the company and I'm like, okay, this is the name of the company. I went online, I started researching and stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, this is a bottomless pit of awesomeness. This is exactly all the stuff I love. So I started collecting when I was about 15 or 16 years old. So just when I was getting into college. And then as I grew older and I realized, okay, this is not a passing fad. In fact, I'm going deeper and deeper down this rabbit hole. I'm really enjoying collecting and stuff. I started joining online communities with other people within Bombay and within our country who are also big fans and stuff. We would go for movies to go together.
We have Comic-Cons and all.
So that time even Comic-Cons were just about in its infancy. I'm talking like, as I told you, everything happens in my life. I start doing stuff before it actually becomes cool, So otherwise now it's like, oh, comic books and superheroes and all. But back then, like, people are like, what's wrong with you? You're having like some crisis in your life over what is this collecting dolls? And I used to get really irritated when people would say that. So that's how it started. And then as I grew up and I had access to more money, when I started earning, I'm like, I want to buy bigger stuff and bigger stuff and bigger stuff because it just became a thing. And to this day, I'm 36 today and I still actively collect life-size statues, busts, like dioramas. Yeah, like busts. Like, so basically, it's just the top half. It's in life size. So like over there in that corner, you can see Thanos. That's actually made of medical grade silicone, and it's got glass eyes and it's got acrylic teeth. And they actually take each hair and put it into his face like a stubble.
Oh my God.
It's actually like really like high end. And each of these comes with a certificate of authenticity because they'll only make a certain amount. So everything is rare, everything is limited edition, which kind of makes it even more fascinating for me. I'm Sindhi, everything will go up in value. Not that I ever plan on selling, but it's a good feeling, to satiate the Sindhi in me. So all these things,
But, how many figurines do you have in total in your house?
The small figures I have 179. I know it because
I have the numbers.
I know this because I have Excel sheets and all with all the details, and the statues I've got 226.
Okay, so you have, I think, cases just to preserve them or just to keep it in a particular...
I mean, because you actually don't get ready-made cases and all for figures and statues and all. So we had to custom make everything from scratch, and some of these are actually very, very heavy. They're up to 50, 60 kilos in weight. So we had to engineer it properly so that, And if you notice, they all have glass bottoms, so you can look underneath the statue at the base and you get to know all the information about the statues, what is the edition size, who is the artist, what year was it made in, all details about it. And all geeky stuff.
Right, but where did you get all of these from?
All over the world. It comes from Bangkok, Hong Kong, Singapore, China, Taiwan, Brazil, America, some parts of Europe, Dubai, all over the place. Now, wherever I get the best deal.
Wow. But just asking a very basic question because we are talking about superheroes. Who is your favorite superhero?
Batman.
Okay.
Also as an actor, I find the Bruce Wayne Batman character to be very fascinating because there's so many different facets, and I just feel like Batman is the real face of Bruce Wayne and Bruce Wayne is the mask that he wears.
Right.
So as from an acting point of view also I find that very, very stimulating.
So do you have that Batman car with you?
I have every Batmobile. I have every Batmobile from the first Batman movie, from the 1966 TV show, 1989 Tim Burton movie, 1992, 98, and then the Christopher Nolan movies and the new Zack Snyder movies. Yeah, I have them all.
And I'm pretty sure that you watch all of the movies and the cartoons and everything.
Multiple times. I have the DVDs, I have the extended
DVDs
edition DVDs. Back in the day, before DVDs and VCDs happened, we used to have those laser discs LDs.
Yeah,
I have a couple of those also from the Burton movies. I download the soundtracks for all the movies. It
Right.
plays all day long in my van. It just keeps me in a nice mood. Yeah. Single child syndrome, man. Yeah.
Wow. But when we talk about superheroes,
Yeah.
again, a basic question: Marvel or DC? You talked about Batman. I think,
Okay.
as far as I know,
So movies, Marvel, comics, DC. I feel
Okay.
the written content of DC comics is actually a little better than Marvel, but the consistent quality that Marvel has been churning out
Yeah.
since 2008 has been better than the DC movies.
Right. Any superhero movie that you're really looking forward to right now?
Yeah, I'm actually really looking for. I mean, it's still going to be a while before they release that, but I love Deadpool, so Deadpool
Right.
3 should be a lot of fun.
Correct.
And of course, the next Avengers movie, Kang's Dynasty, should be awesome. Yeah.
Right.
But right now, I think Loki season 2 is coming, so I'm really looking forward to that too. Yeah.
Okay. So when you collect your figurines, right? We've talked about. We've had a discussion on sneakers.
Sure.
So you have this love for superheroes as well.
So the love for superheroes is before the love for sneakers. Sneakers have been about 7-8 years. This has
Okay.
been a good 18 years now.
Your house can turn into a museum if you
My
see
house
the
is a
figurines.
museum. I don't have a bedroom in my house. My room I gave up, I've turned into a museum. I live in the guest bedroom, so we can literally not have guests unless they sleep in the same room as me.
And how much time do you keep yourself around all the figurines and all the superheroes?
As much as my schedule permits, yeah. Like if I'm home and all, I'll be like chilling in that room only. If I'm not, then yeah. Sometimes I make them like FaceTime and just like look around. हाँ सब ठीक है ना घर पे.
But you haven't posted a lot about these superheroes on your
No,
social
because the
media.
thing is, like I feel on social media, na, like you should give a glimpse of who you are and what you are as a person, but not like the whole thing, because there's a part of me that I would like to just kind of be private about, because I don't collect for anyone else. I don't collect for to show that, oh my god, I collect so much and all. I collect for myself. It's something that gives me a lot of sukoon, I could say. You
Right.
understand? So I just don't like being like completely out there. But in the last couple of years, I've actually been posting more stuff, because many of my fellow collector friends are like, bro, spread the word, because there's so many
Yeah.
people who look up to you and who are also superhero geeks and all that. Let them at least have
You
access
can
to
have
this.
sessions and jams on this.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. I can have sessions with you on each piece. I'll give you the history on each piece as to my struggle to curating it and finding it and purchasing it and then transporting it. Let's not forget transport. These come from
Right.
all over the world. It's
Yeah.
very difficult. You have to go through
And that too these big
big
figurines.
pieces. Then of course you got the customs to deal with. Then they're very delicate and all. They're made of
Yeah.
polystone. They're made of like very delicate materials. So yeah.
Right. So I'm pretty sure that if given a chance, if you have been asked to, if you are casted in a superhero movie, you're
Yeah.
going to just say yes to it.
Of course.
Whatever happens.
Of course, free.
Right.
Free. FOC. Done. Done.
Right. Any 2 tips that you would give, superhero gigs or people who really love?
Yeah, well,
Marvel.
firstly, as I've been saying and reiterating, that don't collect because it's cool. Don't collect because other people are buying the same thing. And this is not just for statues. This is for anything. Do it because it makes you happy.
Right.
You'll be surprised. There are certain pieces which are like so small, which have given me as much, if not more, joy than a big piece. So just collect for yourself. Don't do like Shushagiri and all like,
Right.
do it for yourself. And secondly, keep your statues clean. Like many times I see people get a statue, they'll click a lot of pictures, they'll show it to everyone, and then after 6 months they forget about it. You have to take care of your things.
Right.
Whatever you have. So for me, like it's a Herculean task, because I don't let anybody at home touch it. So I have like a special kit with like different size paint brushes, and also I'll be like constantly like keeping it clean. And you do 5 statues a week, but do it yourself.
Wow.
It's a full-time commitment. You can't just buy stuff and then
You have to
forget
maintain
about
it.
Yeah, you have to maintain it, right?
Yes.
I mean, like some of the pieces I have been around for 18 years, but you can't say they're around for that long. And we live by the sea. There's humidity over here.
For sure.
There's a lot of pollution in Mumbai. So there are a lot of different factors, but it's your responsibility, yeah.
Yeah. So, my last question for this would be your favorite superhero dialogue that you can never forget, that you were like, this is it, this is what is closest to my heart.
A couple of them come to mind. One is from Christopher Nolan's Batman Begins, where he says, it's not who you are underneath, it's what you do that defines you. And I just feel that transcends a superhero, because that's such a nice, powerful line that all of us can utilize in our lives. And another one would be, since I gave one DC and I'll give one Marvel, from Spider-Man, what Uncle Ben tells Peter Parker before he passes away that with great power
comes great responsibility.
And of course, that
Yeah.
once again, that line has just transcended just being a comic book hero. You know, I think it's a wonderful mantra to lead one's life with. Yeah.
Right. So, well, guys, love all the superheroes, but make sure that you maintain your figurines because with great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.